All right, for more on this, we are now being joined by Iran journalist and international relations expert Ilham Abdini from Tehran. And Abdini, thanks very much indeed for joining us this afternoon. Your thoughts on what's happening at the moment in West Asia? The ceasefire talks are stalled. Hamas is indicating that unless they retaliate the killing of Ismail Haniyeh and the situation improves in some ways, they will not go back to the negotiating table. And of course, the recent attack on the American base in Iraq. How do you view all these developments in the last couple of days?
Thank you for having me. Actually, I think we have to mention that Ismail Haniyeh is a Hamas negotiator. He was a diplomat, and Israel had to, if Israel wants to do any ceasefire and any negotiation, Israel should negotiate with Ismail Haniyeh and his colleagues. But Israeli regime decided to assassinate the person who was in the position of negotiation. So it shows that the side that do not want any negotiation or any ceasefire that is achieved by a negotiation is Israeli side, because before that we see that Hamas and also other mediators try to achieve kind of ceasefire, but every time Netanyahu said that we do not want ceasefire, and the only goal that we have is destroy Hamas completely. And as some data shows that they even do not achieve this goal. So I suppose we have to clarify this issue. And another thing is that I'm not in line with that some media talk about proxies backed by Iran, because now we see Ansarullah, Hezbollah, and even Palestinian resistance groups in Gaza, they actually perform independently as they did in 7th October, or now we see Ansarullah in Yemen did independently make some operations. Maybe the goal of all of these groups are the same, but I suppose they are performing completely independently, not really in line with this, that we say they are backed by Iran. I suppose this is kind of network. And when Israeli regime try to hit all of this network, because we see that at the same time they hit Iraqi Hashd-e-Sha'bi, they hit Fuad Shukr, they assassinate Fuad Shukr in Lebanon, and the final step was what they did in Iran. So I suppose they should actually wait for a tough response from this.
Okay, that's an important point you're making. You're saying essentially that the proxies, as they're being called, are separate from the Iranian establishment, and decisions taken by Iran will be, separate. But, I do want to point out that to another issue, of course, the fact that what's happening in Gaza at the moment has taken a back seat because there are major concerns about a regional conflict, a possible escalation between Israel and Iran and other countries also being involved, whether you call them other countries, whether you call proxies operating from other countries. So do you think that there is going to be a major lag in any kind of decision in Gaza because of what's happening currently between Israel and Iran?
Actually, I suppose that until Israelis think that they can destroy completely Hamas, or they can actually make this genocide continue, the Gaza war would be continued. Actually, separate from there is a war or something like this between Israel or Iran. I myself see Gaza situation separately and independently from what's happening between Iran and Israel, or Lebanon and Israel, because as Israel and their prime minister said that they want to continue this genocide in Gaza. So I myself see this as two separate situations, two separate action problems.
Right, and Russia's Sergei Shoigu is in Iran, and he's likely to meet the president as well. What sort of decisions can we expect from this meeting, and how does that counter what Americans are doing in West Asia?
Actually, I suppose there, in the recent years between Iran, China, and Russia, there are some cooperation in different fields, including military situations. So I don't think that this specific meeting is just related to what happened about between Israel and Iran. I suppose this is more than that. It is related to the cooperation that is achieved between Iran and Russia during recent years.
Right. Ilham Abedini from Tehran, who's a journalist and international relations expert. Thanks very much indeed for talking to WION this
Thank you.
afternoon. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.